Welcome to Doodle Chat this morning. So this morning I'm going to show you a little bit of my book, NUDI GILL. There's a character in here I want to show you how to draw. And he's on this page. This weird looking creature right up here. This is called a Nautilus. Find out a little bit more about the Nautilus. That the Nautilus wears a shell. And the Nautilus chomps on crustaceans. So underneath these tentacles is a beak. And the Nautilus is actually a cephalopod. It's a special type of sea mollusk, like an octopus or a squid, but it has a shell that's grown into its body. It can't leave its shell. And then it has this cool little shell hat that I like to call it, a little hat that it wears that also helps protect its body. So let's go ahead and draw a Nautilus. So to draw a Nautilus, first you want to make that C shape of the shell. It looks kind of like an ear or a C. And then I like to make that little triangular hat, like that. Now, right under the hat is where you'll put the eye. And your eye can be moving in any direction. They tend to look around themselves a bit. And then we'll just make the other part of the shell. It's kind of a curve all the way down to the end of the C. Kind of an S curve. Now all you have to do is draw the tentacles, and the tentacles are really fun because they can be doing all sorts of things. They could be holding strange objects. I don't know what he's holding, maybe a paintbrush. Maybe he's a artistic Nautilus. This one holding a palette. A silly idea of a Nautilus wearing a palette, being an artist. Almost looks like a little beret on top of his head. You can just make a little dot there to make it look even more like a beret. So the Nautilus has been around for a really long time. They are basically living fossils. And they're older than the dinosaurs. Just imagine they survived the apocalypse that killed all the dinosaurs. So unlike an octopus, Nautiluses have way more tentacles. Octopuses have 8 arms, but Nautiluses can have like over 90 tentacles. And they use them for feeling things, sensing their surroundings, and capturing prey, like crustaceans. And their tentacles don't have suckers on them, like you see on a squid or an octopus. There. Look at all those tentacles. Oh my goodness. You can even turn that one into kind of like a little smile. It's cute. And then you can add some decorations. Sometimes they have these like patterns on their shell that kind of look like tiger stripes. Very cool. It's all going in towards the center. And their little hat has like little spots on it too. And there's my artistic Nautilus. I'm gonna grab some colors. A reddish color. So the sea Nautilus, it kind of floats in the water column, which means you don't really find it on the coral reef. It's usually free floating, free swimming out in deeper water. That's why you'll see in my book sometimes I show it kind of in the distance. Just make him kind of orangey. I've never seen a Nautilus in the wild. I saw them at an aquarium once. It was pretty cool. I don't know if they were happy there, but they were alive. And they were kind of small ones, but they're really interesting. Interesting animals, very intelligent. All cephalopods are very intelligent animals. And just add these little dots here. And then of course for a palette, you need some bright colors. Okay, blue, green, yellow, and pink. And he's gonna have blue on his blush, his brush. And then just color in a little bit of his shell. I really like that bright white, but a bit of white on the edges. Okay, what do you think? Shading around the edges. So I hope you have fun drawing your Nautilus character, and you can even give him a name. All right, see you next time.